How do you feel about the term "Go Green"? Do you support it? Why or why not?
I do support Go Green. I mean, the term is could use a little improving, but for the most part, I support every environmental friendly action.
The idea is good. I think we should all be mindful of what we're doing to the earth. I wish that it didn't take such a slogan for people to do such things, but if it works, then I'm all for it, I guess.
What do you think are man's effects on the environment? Are they positive or negative?
It's probably negative overall. My sense is that if human beings weren't here, that probably there are some characteristics of the actual environment that would be less adversely affected by both air and water pollution, and even heat pollution from thermal pollution from the groups of the cities and so forth. I also think that the environment is a very forgiving entity. In other words, it does over a period of time adjust to things.
What do you know about renewable energy?
Energy that can be renewed and it's sustainable for like an indefinite period of time. Any of those energies that they say will work one day, like geothermal or solar or anything like that.
It's a good idea. I think people should use it more than they do.
What are key factors that cause overpopulation? What can be the long-term and short-term effects?
Culture. Culture is the biggest thing. I took a couple classes with that. But basically right now our population is going up like this. So the elderly population is basically overshadowing all of the younger generations.
Why is global warming such a big problem today?
Global warming is such a big problem because it's melting all the glaciers in the Arctic, and it is causing habitats to be lost, like the polar bear's habitat. And this can cause flooding in many areas, and it's gonna not be very good.
What is a key factor that causes species to become extinct in Maine?
I hear that people in Maine run over animals in their cars and then they eat them.
In Maine, there's hunting, and regulations aren't really strict, and then over hunting. I just said that.
How would you define the term carbon footprint? What are or aren't you doing to reduce your carbon footprint?
Pretty much like a reflection on your life of how much you harm the environment by specific things that you do.
Carbon footprint would just kind of be my negative output on the environment, like my car leaves a carbon footprint, electricity leaves a carbon footprint. Just as it putting excess, I don't know how to put it. I would say it's like just putting pollution and I don't know, negative stuff in the air.
What do you know about pollution?
I think that I have kind of a double motivation to try and take better care of the environment. I try not to drive unless I have to. So I know that I'm polluting with carbon monoxide and carbon going in by driving. I try to keep my vehicle operating as efficiently as possible. That saves me money, but it also reduces carbon emissions. I am very invested in recycling, and I last Saturday I waited in line for an hour just to ensure that I could properly recycle some batteries and some fluorescent light bulbs, and that they were being managed in the way they should.
Why do you think that the ozone pollution count in Biddeford, Maine is so much higher than the national average?
All the pollutants come across the country because the weather moves from west to east, and then the coast gets most of the acid rain and the negative effects.
Biddeford is very economically based in the first place, so they thrive off of the mill systems and Merck. I don't know if you heard of Merck, but Merck is a big incinerator, which is found behind the mills. It's this big blue facility, and so it burns all of the trash